Morning Miramar, it's Tamara G on another Wednesday, September 19th here. And let's get right to it. We're going to have partly cloudy skies early today. Then this afternoon, those thunder boomers are coming through, about a 40% chance of rain, high of 91, low of 78. The cleanup actually is still going on from Hurricane Florence for the Carolinas. Let me tell you, that storm hit. They had more than 5 to 12 feet of water across the Carolinas last week. And as of Monday, about 2,600 rescues from the storm. So people are still being rescued. Unfortunately, 31 people did lose their lives. 25 of those were from North Carolina, and that number is expected to go up. If you would like to donate, you can always do so because, of course, here in South Florida, we know how it is after a hurricane. Team Rubicon is a place that you can donate. American Red Cross, Reach Out Worldwide, and then the North Carolina Community Foundation. Our prayers and thoughts go with our brothers and sisters in the Carolina area, Virginia area, and we hope that they recover very soon. In other news, a new study says nearly 1 in 11 middle and high school students in the U.S. has used cannabis in an e-cigarette. That's according to a new study that came out, the 2016 National Youth Tobacco Survey. More than 20,000 students nationwide were surveyed. Meanwhile, health experts say this finding adds to the evidence that a growing vaping trend is affecting kids developing brains and acting as a gateway to other drugs. Papa John's new ad campaign came out. Did you see it? It makes a clear statement. Papa John's is actually moving on from Papa John's. Yesterday, the Embattled Pizza Company released a new commercial featuring a diverse panel of franchisees and employees. And one of them says, quote, "You've heard one voice of Papa John's for a long time. It's time you heard from all of us." Meanwhile, members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame are threatening to boycott future induction ceremonies unless their demands are made. They sent a letter to the NFL commissioner and others. They said they would not make the trip to Canton anymore unless they were given health insurance and an annual salary that includes a share of the league's revenue. Who didn't know that the Pro Football Hall of Famers didn't get health insurance? Wow. Julie Chen says she's stepping down from the talk on CBS. That's 1 week after her husband, Les Moonves, left the CBS corporation under pressure. She actually put that message in a videotape. It's effective immediately, and she will continue, however, to host the CBS reality show Big Brother. And did you watch the Emmys? Not many people did. I actually did watch it, and I enjoyed it, but, you know, I like weird things like that. But television's biggest night could end up with its smallest audience ever. They nabbed about a 7.4 overnight rating for NBC, and that's down 10% from last year. That means that they could tie or be the lowest show in history of the Emmy Awards. If you didn't see it, let me give you some highlights. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel won in the Best Comedy category. Game of Thrones reclaimed the Best Drama Award. And did you see director Glenn Wise? He actually proposed to his girlfriend on stage. Thank goodness she said yes. And so he's going to be getting married. A definite appearance and surprise was Miss Betty White. The 96-year-old came out on stage. She was saucy as ever. You know, the Golden Girl Rose. She was one of my favorites. Actually, I was more of a Blanche kind of girl, but that's another story. But yes, Rose was on stage, and you remember her work from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. She actually has been an 8-time Emmy winner, and when she came out, people gave her a standing ovation. So big ups to 96-year-old Betty White, still working in the biz. And that's a look at what's happening and trending around the world. When we come back, we've got a full show. We're going to be talking to you about a health walk that is going to be going on, as well as a key clubhouse that's for those who are suffering with mental illness, because, of course, September is National Mental Health Illness Month, Mental Illness Awareness Month. So we definitely going to be talking about that. We've got a great event happening this weekend in the city of Miramar, because we all know it's right here in Miramar. That would be the Hispanic Heritage event. And we also have Uni Latina International College here, because they have an entrepreneurs conference that you're going to want to know about. So like I said, we've got a full show. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Take a look at what's happening in Miramar. Visit MiramarFL.gov.
Hi, and welcome back to Good Morning Miramar. Don't forget to check us out on all of our social media. You can do that at City of Miramar. That would be Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Be sure to check us out. And right now, you can check out this great segment that we're going to be talking about. I am joined by Deborah Webb. She is from a wonderful organization in South Florida called the Key Clubhouse. It's rebuilding lives, and the reason why we want her here is because September is National Mental Health Awareness Month, and you all deal with this firsthand. So welcome to the show, Deborah.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem. As the executive director of the Key Clubhouse, I just mentioned that, yes, you deal with this on a daily basis. Tell us about your organization.
The Key Clubhouse is an organization that helps people with mental illnesses, severe mental illnesses, get back to work, reintegrate back into society, find housing, go back to school, depending on where they were in life when mental illness hit them.
And the fact that you all are doing this, are people recommended to you, or do you go out and find them, or do they find you?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
We do presentations in the community, but most of the mental health organizations in South Florida make referrals to us. Psychiatrists, psychologists, licensed therapists do make a referral when they feel somebody needs to get out in the community more, be part of the world, find a purpose, have a sense of belonging, and so we're there with open arms.
I like the fact that you call it a clubhouse. Tell us, how did you guys come up with that?
Well, we didn't. We're part of an international organization. There's 350 of us around the world.
Okay.
The main clubhouse that started in Manhattan, New York, it's called the Fountain House. And they have like 20,000 members. They've been there for a very long time. And we all follow the same model. And we're an accredited clubhouse. So we follow 37 standards that believe that people with mental illnesses, given that they stay on their medication, that if they have a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging, and find a place where they feel comfortable and not discriminated against, that they actually can get better and live a very good quality of life.
We're speaking today with Deborah Webb from Key Clubhouse of South Florida. Is this open just to people in the Miami-Dade area, or is it all of South Florida?
Well, it's all of South Florida. But, you know, transportation is always an issue here in the South Florida area. But if somebody is in need and they have a mental illness, we're able to help them find work, get back into the community, and live the life they're supposed to live.
Yeah, right. And I'm glad you said that, Deborah, because the life that they're supposed to live versus, I know a lot of people, when they think of the mentally ill, the first thing that comes to mind is that, you know, they're homeless or they're sleeping on the street or to that extreme. But so there are some people who are living with mental illness every day, and they keep a job, they go home, but maybe they haven't been diagnosed, or maybe they're not treating it.
Exactly. Well, mental illness affects all people through socioeconomics, through race, heritage. It just doesn't discriminate against anybody. So it can hit anybody. Abraham Lincoln had a mental illness. Winston Churchill had a mental illness. A lot of people that have a mental illness are very bright, and they're not necessarily homeless, but some are homeless. So
that's why it just runs the gamut. You just never know.
You just never know, and it is something that we all need to look at, because it's the one population that really needs attention and needs help and support and less shame attached to it, if you will.
Now, how did you get involved with working? I know as an executive director, but what is your background to make you even want to be involved and to help out?
My background is marketing PR from way back in the day in Miami. And I got into working with the state Department of Children and Families, and then from there, not-for-profit work, and working with teenage girls. And then I was recruited over on the West Coast to start a clubhouse.
Oh, wow.
And I did that, and when I came back home to Miami, there was a position opened at the Key Clubhouse, and I just kind of transitioned right in.
That's great.
And I'm still here.
And so how many people do you all service on a daily basis?
Those that are working and those that are in the clubhouse, I'd say about 40. We have an active membership right now of 90. We've served 528 since the opening, and these are people with severe mental illness. And I'm happy to say that last year, I just did the data, last year we put 45 people back to work.
That's awesome.
who haven't worked in a very long time.
Okay.
And so once they start working and they feel productive and they have a purpose, you start seeing them thrive again.
Awesome. And I guess that's the whole thing, because as we just mentioned, there are people, every day who are walking around with mental illness, and maybe they don't know they have it, or maybe they do know they have it and they're just kind of suppressing it or not getting the help that they may need. With the clubhouse there, do you all have some counseling services for them?
I basically say we're not therapy or traditional therapy, but we're the best therapeutic program in town.
Explain, please.
Because, first of all, we're very strength-based.
Mm-hmm.
We don't focus on the illness. So if somebody does have an illness, we focus on their strengths. We focus on what do you want to do? How do you want to make your life better? What, and so we focus very much on the person holistically and help them reach their goals. And we do 6-month goals. And so in the areas of living arrangements, work, career, education, physical wellness.
Mm-hmm.
So we put goals together and then we support them. And it's a very, very close community that we have. It's like an extended family.
Awesome. Now, how can people get more information if they have someone that maybe they would want to come and join the Key Clubhouse, or would want to have them come and help to rebuild their lives? How can they do that?
They can go to our website at www.keyclubhouse.org, or you can call us at 305-693-3508, and we set up tours. So if you'd like to come, you're welcome. If you'd like to bring a loved one, they're also welcome, and then they can choose whether it's the program for them.
Awesome. And I guess that's what it's all about, because we want them to lead those productive, healthy, happy lives. I'm just amazed and surprised that so much attention is being given toward mental illness. I'm glad that it is, because it seems like a lot of things that are happening in the world, the root cause is mental illness, and that it was left untreated, or people weren't taking care of themselves, or like you said, didn't feel good about themselves enough to know that there are people who care, and people
Right.
who want us and everyone to be sane, whole, living productive lives and being happy in life, because that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely.
All right. So again, for more information, if you would like more information, please go to their website. It is keyclubhouse.org for more information, and come down for a visit. Deborah will be there. Deborah Webb, she's the executive director. She said she's not going anywhere. So
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
She's been there for a while. So thank you so much, Deborah,
Thank
for coming
you
in
so
today.
much for having me.
No problem. And please get the help, and come back to learn more about who you are and what you can give to society. Contact keyclubhouse.org for more information. We're going to be right back right after this with more Good Morning Miramar.
Take a look at what's happening in Miramar. Visit MiramarFL.gov.
Hi, it's Tamara G, and we are back with Good Morning Miramar. Marcela Moyano joins me this time. She is from Una Latina International College, and they have an entrepreneurial hour coming up right here in Miramar. right here in Miramar. So welcome to the show. I know you've been on before, Marcela.
Thank
you for coming back.
Thank you, Tamara.
Tell us a little bit about the entrepreneurial hour, and how did you guys come up with this?
Thank you so much, and we're very, very excited to invite all our Miramar residents, not just entrepreneurs, all our Miramar residents to come to the Entrepreneurial Hour Conference. This happened because every week we have the Entrepreneurial Hour radio show in partnership with the Miramar Pembroke Pines Chamber of Commerce, Miramar Weston Chamber of Commerce, and Pembroke Park Chamber of Commerce. We do with Robert Golds and Stephanie Cates. They produce this radio show, and we invite entrepreneurs, business owners to speak about business, speak about important aspects of business. So based on this topic and this idea of this radio show, we came up with this annual conference, that we've been doing it for like 14 years, but this year we named it after the radio show that we're doing at Uni Latina International College.
Okay.
So, in partnership with Miramar Commissioner Riggs, we are doing it at the Miramar Cultural Center for the first time. So we're very, very grateful to Miramar, to the City of Miramar, because we're doing it here in the city. It's right here in Miramar. Of course, where else? Where else?
Exactly.
So
We
we're
love that tagline.
right. So we're inviting all our residents, all our business owners to come to the conference. It's going to be really fun. You're going to learn a lot. And this year, the topic of the conference is the future of business.
Okay.
We're exploring how, as business owners, we're moving from a very individualistic way of doing business to a more collectivistic way. How we are collaborating more, and how, as a community, we're growing more. How you can grow more if we partner with business owners
And work with each other.
and we work exactly. How through networking we can collaborate and you can help each other and we can grow as a community. How we can grow our economy in partnership, not alone. So that's the vision of the conference.
And I'm finding that a lot more people here in South Florida are becoming entrepreneurs. Like everybody wants to work for themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe they don't know exactly what to do or how to do that.
Yes.
So this is something also that the conference will address.
Definitely. I don't know, like for example, we work our offices that are shared offices. And that's our first speaker is from one of these type of concepts. He's going to explain why these type of offices are so successful now, because people don't like to work anymore in isolation. People like to work in collaboration. Why? As we take a break, why don't we have a beer? And
These newfangled offices, Marcella,
why don't we go to a spa?
There you go.
Relax.
Or just talk. Can we just talk about the coffee machine? How about that?
And then new ideas will come out, and then we can really produce really creative ventures and grow. So that's the idea. That's the idea of collaboration. And if you think that may seem really crazy, but that's the real concept of millennials. That's how millennials are thinking right now, and that's how we all should be thinking now. This is where we're going. So that's what we're going to explore in the conference. We have great speakers.
Yeah, tell us about some of those.
Yes. So we have two main panels in the conference. One of the panels is going to be the power of team building. And we have speakers like, for example, Robert Barceló. He is the Senior Business Development Manager of Port Everglades. And we also have Sandy Michael McDonald. He is the Director of the Office of Economic and Small Business Development of Broward County. So we have representatives at the government level, and they're going to be exploring how we can create a really important team, and how we can develop as a team, not as, again, not working in isolation, but as a team, how we can produce and make better production.
I see someone on here that started out as a very small furniture company, and now he's all over South Florida. Luis Capo, president of El Dorado Furniture.
Luis Capo and the Capo family are really good friends of Unilatina International College. They've been really great supporters of us for over 15 years. And he is going to have a special separate talk on the vision, the entrepreneurial vision of El Dorado Furniture. They have a very, very compelling story of how they came from Cuba as a family. It was the father and the two children. Luis and his brother came from Cuba. And they came, and then they started their own furniture store in La Calle 8 in 8th Street. And now they have over, how many stores? They have over like 16.
I don't even know how many stores it is. I just know that when I go into an El Dorado, I want to stay in there all day.
All day, all day long.
I go to all the different boulevards and look at all the furniture, and they have the cafe in there. So they've made it, pretty much where you want to stay all day and buy a whole bunch of furniture. So very smart on your part, Mr. Capo. Very smart.
So Mr. Capo is going to tell us his secret of success. So we all should be there to learn from him, because he's very, very smart.
Right. Now, how can people get tickets to this event?
Yes. So if you visit unilatina.edu/the Entrepreneurial Hour Conference, that's the conference website, and you click on Get Tickets, you can just buy your tickets. Now, tickets, this is a non-for-profit event. We're not making money out of this. This is not for money making.
Okay.
This is just a social event. We just want to contribute to our community and teach people what's the future of business. We can all grow and we can develop. So if you go to this website, you can buy your tickets. Now, the funding for this event, it goes for a scholarship fund. And Liz and Miramarians, the scholarship fund is for scholarships for Miramar residents to attend Uni Latina International College. So we're raising as funds for
students in our
students
area.
in Miramar.
Awesome. Okay, so to get those tickets, and they're $15, $25, or $50 tickets, you can go to unilatina.edu/the Entrepreneurial Hour Conference. unilatina.edu/the Entrepreneurial Hour Conference. And this is going to be held, of course, on October 25th. It is the future of business. It's going to be right here at the Miramar Cultural Center, 2400 Civic Center Boulevard. So Civic Center Place, right next to City Hall. That's where the Miramar Cultural Center is. And what time does it start on the 25th?
At 8:30 a.m.
Oh, so when you do business, you get up.
Yes,
right?
yes. But something important, we're going to close with a cocktail hour.
Okay.
It's cocktail networking hour
Okay.
at the Botanical Garden of the Miramar Cultural Center. So
Very
for those
nice.
who don't know, we do have a botanical garden. It's going to be
Absolutely.
really nice. So we're going to have cocktails and we're going to have some time for networking. So everyone who comes will have the opportunity to talk for 30 seconds, to say for 30 seconds what they do. So it's a great opportunity to network.
All right, sounds good. So don't forget the Entrepreneurial Hour coming up October 25th, Miramar Cultural Center. That is going to be starting at 8:30 in the morning, 2400 Civic Center Place. For more information, get those tickets, unilatina.edu/the Entrepreneurial Hour Conference. Marcella, thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming.
Tamara. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Thank you
We'll
always.
see you on the 25th.
Sure.
We'll be right back.
Take a look at what's happening in Miramar. Visit MiramarFL.gov.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Again, don't forget to check us out on all of our social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's City of Miramar. We'd love to have you join us on social, and we'd love to have you join us right here on the show, as well as this weekend. I am here with two people that I know very well, just because I've worked with them for years, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
My name is Carla Meadows. I'm Special Events Coordinator.
And I'm Sylvia Dominguez with the Parks and Recreation Department.
All right. And they are here today because there is a great event going on September. We talked earlier about how it is National Mental Health Awareness Month, but it's also Hispanic Heritage Month, and we have a big festival of the City of Miramar.
Yes, we do.
Tell us all about it.
Well, this Saturday from 6 to 11, we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month at the Regional Park Amphitheater.
And we couldn't say that before.
No, we couldn't.
We now have an amphitheater where it's
Yes.
going to be held. It's not going to be out on a grassy field.
Exactly.
There's going to be a built stage. You're going to be covered if you're sitting underneath. Tell us about the festival and what it entails.
Well, this year we have a great lineup. We have several artists such as Proyecto Uno, Oro Solido, Jimmy Elion, El Chepe Lopez, along with dancers from Nicaragua, Venezuela, Colombia. It's just a slew of activities happening.
And I can tell you in the past, if you have not been to the Hispanic Heritage Festival event, it is a party. As soon as the music starts, folks are out there dancing. Even the year when it was all muddy and in the grass. Now, last year it was canceled because of Hurricane Irma.
That's correct.
So we're knocking on wood that we don't have anything like that happening this year.
Right.
But it is happening at the regional park out west, and it's a free event,
Yes,
correct?
it is. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
Sounds good. Now, Sylvia, I know we have a lot of our listeners and all of our viewers
Yes,
that
we
are
do.
Spanish speakers. Tell them what this is all about.
Absolutely. Queremos invitarlos este sábado 22 de septiembre al festival celebrando nuestra herencia hispana. Tendremos invitados especiales como Proyecto Uno, Oro Sólido, Jimmy el León, bailarines de diferentes países y muchas sorpresas más. Es un evento completamente gratis y el evento comenzará a las 6 en la tarde y no se lo pueden perder.
And I heard gratis, so I know that meant free. You told them it's a free event. Yes, definitely a free event. It is happening this Saturday, September 22nd. What time should people get there?
Well, the event starts exactly at 6 o'clock. We have DJ Willie who will be, set up with music
Ones and
first.
twos.
We have DJ Loca as well. But 6 o'clock is when it starts, and I tell you need to be there from the beginning to the end.
It is always a great event. And again, now, are you guys going to have a dance floor this year?
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm telling you, folks get out there and they're doing every type of dance you can think of because the music just moves you when you come out. So it is a free event. It is happening this Saturday. That is going to be September 22nd, starting at 6 p.m. at the Miramar Regional Park at the Amphitheater, 16801 Miramar Parkway. And one of the great things, too, about just the city of Miramar and the fact that it is right here in Miramar is that we're all inclusive. We
That's right.
invite everyone. We have different events throughout the year.
Yeah.
Please tell everyone out there, Sylvia, that it is definitely an inclusive event in city.
Este evento es para todo el mundo, todas las edades, no solamente residentes de Miramar, pero otras municipalidades. Vengan todos. De nuevo, es un evento completamente gratis. Tendremos actividades para niños, adultos, para todo el mundo.
All right, and you can get out there and you can merengue and samba and mambo and do whatever you want to all night long because it is going to be nice from 6 to 10 p.m. this Saturday at Miramar Regional Park at the Amphitheater, the Hispanic Heritage Festival. If they want more information, how can they get that?
They can contact, we have a direct line, which is 954-602-3178, or they can visit our website at MiramarFL.gov.
All right, sounds good. And you're going to have food trucks out there? I know
Yes,
every year's food trucks.
yes.
Oh, yeah, and this is also an adult. Kids can definitely come out. It's a family-friendly event. But in the past, I know there have been some adult libations out there, too. So that always makes a party a lot of fun.
Exactly. I do want to mention that the dancers who will be performing are in full costume. I left out Brazil, but we have Brazil coming out as well. So everyone's represented.
All right. So represent this weekend. You come out to the Miramar Park, the amphitheater, of course, that is going to be at 16801 Miramar Parkway. And we'd love to see you there for this free event. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carla. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara.
And we'll be right back.
Take a look at what's happening in Miramar. Visit MiramarFL.gov.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, we are back with my final guest of the morning, and they've been waiting patiently, but let me tell you, they have a great event coming up. We've got Najee the baker. Everybody knows Najee here in Miramar and South Florida, and also her mom, Nishanta. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. You all have a great platform because Najee, you first of all started baking when you were what, like 5? Very young though, right? Yeah. And so, but this platform is because you and your sisters all have sickle cell.
Yes.
And you have a first Healthy Hearts Walk for sickle cell coming up in the city of Miramar. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're having our first annual walk for people family that has sickle cell anemia. And we just want to bring awareness about healthy eating and exercising.
And I know your mom is very instrumental in this because you changed, when you found out that all of your daughters had sickle cell, you changed y'all's eating habits totally. And it does lessen the time that they have their crises.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Just by us changing our whole entire unhealthy lifestyle of eating for a much more healthy lifestyle. They are thriving because of it. We exercise daily, eating healthy, wholesome foods, and also drinking water. So, like for Shakara had her the last massive stroke back in 2014. Shakara have not had chronic pain at all in almost 5 years.
Wow.
So just by us changing our unhealthy lifestyles for a much more healthier lifestyle, we decided to take the holistic approach. Our daughters are living their greatest life.
Awesome.
Yeah, because of it.
So now, are you baking every day still?
Yes, I love baking.
All right, so what did you bake today?
Well, I didn't bake today, but just like a couple days ago, I made chocolate chip cookies and my double fudge cookies.
Awesome. Still doing the cheesecakes too?
Yes.
And so tell us about this walk that's happening. It's going to be at River Run Park?
Yes. we're
Okay,
right.
and it's going to be happening on Saturday, September 29th.
Yeah.
What time should people get there?
Well, the time.
We have it here actually. It says you actually should register from 9:30 until 10, and then the welcome is at 10, and people will start walking about 10:15.
Yes.
Okay, and that's pretty good because it's not quite hot yet. It's not that, you know, you can't stand it hot, so people can walk. And how long will they be walking around the
For
park?
1 hour.
Oh, for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody can do that, right? All of you out there,
Yes.
you can walk for an hour to support the Walk for Sickle Cell. Why is this so important, Ashanta? Because I know a lot of people may not even know what sickle cell anemia is.
Right. This is so important for us to be able to educate the community about the importance of sickle cell anemia, that the families who are actually living with sickle cell anemia are actually dying. And it's a hereditary disease. Both parents have to have the trait in order for your child to have sickle cell anemia. So happened with me and my husband and I, he has a rare gene that it attacks all of his girls. All of his girls come out with sickle cell anemia having a child with me. So it's very important to educate the public to make sure they get the sickle cell screening before they have their children, because you don't want to end up bringing a baby into this world full with a lot of pain, and especially dealing with caregivers. We tend to hit that caregiving burnout stage where it becomes too overwhelming, especially for one who's dealing with a child with a chronic illness. Can you imagine a caregiver who's dealing with multiple children with a chronic illness? So Najee the Baker Angel Foundation, our mission is to restore faith, love, and joy back to the hearts of families living with sickle cell anemia, and we stress the importance of eating healthy, making sure that you exercise, because a lot of our babies don't get a chance to exercise. They're busy inside of their room.
And they took it out of school too.
Yes.
So there's no working out or no PE anymore.
Yeah. So a lot of us with our children, we tend to clot a lot. So we would love to stress the importance of getting up and getting active. Childhood obesity is on the rise. Sugar diabetes is on the rise. So once we can be able to get them up and active and get their blood flowing, they can be able to move throughout life much more freely.
And I know that sickle cell anemia normally it deals with African Americans,
Right.
but there are other races
Yep,
that
yes.
get sickle cell anemia.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not just a disease that is just for Black people or African Americans. There have been many other races that have gotten it too.
Yeah.
And it comes with the chronic. We call it sickle cell anemia because your blood cells are not round; they
Yeah.
are shaped like
It's
a
like a
sickle.
crescent.
Crescent.
Yeah.
And therefore, can't pass through the body, and that's where the chronic pain
come through.
comes from. And the life expectancy too is normally not as long.
Right.
However, your girls are thriving; they're doing great, and
They
you
are.
think a lot of that has to do with changing the diet
Yeah,
and
it
the
is.
exercise.
Yeah. And I would love to really stress to other parents too as well. Like I let the girls, if I do feed them a meal, I will let them eat like at least 3 hours after consuming that meal in very small portions. And I try to tell parents, so at least if they had a food allergy or they end up consuming inflammatory foods, they would know exactly what food contributed to their chronic pain. So at least give them enough time to let that food digest and feed them in small portions.
All right. Well, of course, you can register online at www.najeethebaker. That's NAZHITHEEBAKER.com. NAZHITHEEBaker.com. And we would love for you all to come out. $25 for adults, $15 for children. Come out and get your healthy walk or run on at River Run Park. That's 9400 Miramar Boulevard in Miramar. We'd love to see you on Saturday, September 29th. And again, the proceeds will go to Najee the Baker Angel Foundation. So we certainly appreciate you coming. Are you bringing some sweets on that Saturday?
Yes, of course.
All right. So there's a reason to walk, and now we can eat right afterwards. So Thank
Yes.
you so much for being here. We
Thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having me.
Thank you for having
No,
us.
thank you, Nishanta. And again, for more information and to register, it is Najee the Baker. That's NAZHITHEE Baker.com. It's going to be at River Run Park, 9400 Miramar Boulevard on Saturday, September 29th. Registration starts at 9:30. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being here today. That's it for Good Morning Miramar. Again, don't forget to check us out on our social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. We'd love to see you, and I'd love to see you next Wednesday right here on Good Morning Miramar. I'm Tamara G. See you next time.